What's up, YouTube? Got a little reaction video I want to do. When this nut ass dude that went in Family Dollar was shooting people. Racially motivated. Yeah, you see that dude in the screen. He walks in the Dollar General in Jacksonville, Florida, and starts shooting people. Then kills himself. Can't get no justice on that, can you? Let's hear what they got to say on this, y'all. Fair use is in full effect.
I want to take you right now live to Sheriff TK Waters giving an update on the deadly triple shooting at the Dollar General store.
Surveillance footage showing the shooter's movements, both at the Family Dollar and at Edward Waters University. I'll be sharing portions of that video footage with you shortly. First, I'd like to detail the complete timeline of the newly discovered information pertaining to the shooter's movements earlier on Saturday before he committed these atrocities. On 8/26/2023 at 11:39 and 04 seconds, the suspect's vehicle was seen exiting Clay County. At 12:23 and 13 seconds, the suspect pulls into the Family Dollar located at 1282 Kings Road. At 12:24 and 15 seconds, the suspect exits his vehicle and enters the Family Dollar. At 12:29 and 54 seconds, the suspect exits the business and returns to his vehicle holding a small shopping bag and enters his vehicle. At 12:31 and 8 seconds, First Coast security vehicle enters the parking lot and parked in front of the business. At 12:31 and 20 seconds, the suspect exits his vehicle as FCS or First Coast security passes him and opens his rear hatch. When I say his, I mean the suspect. At 12:32 and 35 seconds, the suspect removes what appears to be a small bag from the rear compartment, closes the hatch, and re-enters the driver's seat of his vehicle. At 12:36 and 43 seconds, the suspect opens the driver door but remains inside of his vehicle. At 12:38 and 43 seconds, the suspect stays in his vehicle and closes the door back. At 12:39 and 08 seconds, the suspect backs out and leaves the parking lot. No. First Coast security is still in the parking lot when the suspect leaves. At 12:40 and 57
Fair
seconds,
use is in full effect.
the suspect turns from Myrtle Avenue to eastbound on Kings Road. Now I'm going to show you portions of the video of newly discovered surveillance footage which captured the shooter's movements at the Family Dollar and at Edward Waters University. Also, I'm going to show you previously unreleased
Let's
footage
check him out,
from
y'all.
Dollar General. This footage shows Jacksonville Sheriff's officers inside the store after the shooter had began his rampage. We also believe once those officers got inside is when that suspect decided to kill himself.
Coward. There you go.
That's the suspect there in the store with a mask on his face.
Bastard. Fat bastard. Can't stand people like that. Look at this fat ass too, man. Decides to go kill people today. Fat racist. Did nobody know what he was doing there? He's putting a bulletproof vest on. Look at that. Let me come look at him. To the sheriff and them, the security and them was already on. Seems like, but they didn't do nothing to him. They let him cool off. He must not did the shooting yet. Or maybe he did. Well, he was putting his vest on. So he must not have did the shooting yet. Just probably wondering why he was back there in that area. And that must be the police. I don't know who's that in that car there. That's when he shot himself. When they dispersed like that, he killed himself with one bullet.
So you notice the reaction, a gunshot rang out. They were taking cover. That's when we believe the suspect took his own life. So our agency will continue to diligently investigate these horrific crimes so that we can better understand both what happened. Likewise, I will continue to update the public on
Sheriff T.K. Waters gives update on deadly hate crime shooting in Jacksonville, Florida,
or the people that live here
in a Dollar General store.
In the shadow time,
I go to Dollar General all the time.
to resolve that our community has shown.
Damn, can't even go to the Dollar General, fam.
But people across the nation for help.
Get some toilet papers, some cleaning supplies, damn it.
And the strong support in our city while they hurt.
I can't stand these people. And then their coward ass takes his life, y'all.
No place in Jacksonville. I've said that several times.
Yeah, he don't even get to go to jail and suffer in themselves and go to court.
And I know that we are more.
There's no justice.
Now I'll take any questions that you have.
Does it appear that he was going to take action at the Dollar Tree? The security guard there impeded that, or was he just stopping the shop?
When I'm looking at it, it doesn't appear to me that he wanted to face anyone that may cause him any issues.
Because he was a coward.
Like he wanted to take action at the Family Dollar. That's what it looks like. And he did not, because I think he got impatient and got tired waiting.
So what did he buy there? Or
Nothing.
was it just a way to cover?
It's hard to tell. We don't know what he bought yet. The detectives are still going through all that stuff. This, like I said, this is unfolding. You know, they're unfolding all this information as the investigation continues to go on. We're going to keep looking.
On the Dollar General, has that been turned back over to the business? Is it still actively at JSOC at this point?
You guys know that? I'll get to that for you, Scott. Okay, I'll get that for you.
And Sheriff, it appears obvious that he had already gotten back into his Honda by the time security showed up, so they didn't see technical bits, et cetera.
They did not. It doesn't appear they did. And I can tell you what helps me in this situation is that I don't believe, looking at that EWU was a target. You can see a vehicle when you first start watching that vehicle. You can see a red vehicle sitting next to his vehicle. Two young African American, looks like males, got in that vehicle as he was sitting there. So it gives me some comfort knowing or believing that based off what we saw, him stopping at the Family Dollar, him working at a Dollar Tree previously, and then him going to Dollar General, that was his intent the entire time. Why? Sorry. Yeah. Why? That store? It's still hard to tell. That scene has been released, Scott.
Any word on, it has been released, any
Yes.
word on the manifesto? Is that something that would be released or not?
Yeah, it's going to take some time. So our FBI partners are going through that with a fine-tooth comb, as we are. We want to make sure that there's no other actors. We don't think that there are, but also chase the intelligence to make sure that there's nothing out there rising up from this. We don't think so, but my pledge to this community is to be as transparent as possible. So as soon as we get to a point where we can release that, we'll do it. It may take a week, may take 2 weeks. It's going to take a little while, but we plan to do that.
Pretty quickly on Saturday, you had said you felt the adhere to an act alone was the evidence. There were great preponderance of evidence that this was a kind of a lone wolf type thing.
Yeah, so there,
You punk bastard.
in his writings, he indicated that he was by himself.
I want to pause
He
just for a
didn't,
minute, y'all.
I'll tell you, he didn't like anyone. I mean,
What do you mean?
he didn't.
He didn't like anyone. I want to pause this for a minute. I want to talk about these masks. All right. Now, if you want to, you can still wear your mask anywhere you want to. You can put your mask on and go into the store. You can put a mask on and go into the bank because of the, you know what. But anyway, that gives these criminals easy access to go on in there and do what they got to do. They could put a mask on. Like he got that mask on right there. To me, he looks like he's up to something. If I would see him, he looks like he's up to something. He's not going in there to protect himself or anybody else from any kind of anything. Look what he got already, like a daggone scarf wrapped around. They should ban the masks now. You can't wear no mask inside no store, no bank. Because back in the days, what did the robbers used to wear to go rob the place? A daggone mask. Now the mask is normal to wear, and so ain't nobody gonna think nothing different if you walk in the store with a mask on. So he comes in the store with his mask on, but his intentions is to kill people. People different complexion and different than he is. It was a racially motivated homicide, murder that he did.
I mean, he didn't like, you'll read, you read and you see things like, he may say that someone he was all right with, and later on he'll say something disparaging about that group of people. He didn't like government. He didn't like left or right.
But
that's what we're talking about.
We don't like him.
He didn't like anything.
We didn't like his ass.
So
how about that? I don't like him.
Have you spoken?
Even though he's dead, I don't like his ass.
Detectives have the investigations.
You've been listening to Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters adhering to his policy of more transparency, giving us more details about the timeline.
Yeah, I don't like his ass, y'all. Shit.
And blue latex gloves and a tan Kia. That was the description they thought. They thought he was in a Kia. The officer states.
Let's rewind that a little bit.
We have a breaking news update for you. This happening live in Jacksonville, Florida, and up.
between EWU security leaving the parking lot and shot spotters 911 call at Dollar General at 10804. EWU flags down JSO officer and says there's a suspicious person on campus. A white male, heavy set, wearing a gray tank top, black shorts, bulletproof vest, and blue latex gloves, and a tan Kia. That was
Florida shooter wrote racist manifesto before killing 3.
Researching the vehicle and the subject to see if there was any calls for service, active or pending.
Bastard.
And in the process,
Then you go kill yourself with coward ass racist.
when the suspect goes, when the shooting goes out.
Fair use is in full effect,
11
YouTube.
round shot spotter activated. At 1:08 and 13 seconds, the suspect's on video in the parking lot in front of the store, shooting into a black Kia and murders the first victim, Miss Angela Carr. The suspect enters a Dollar General store and engages the second victim. I saw a young 19-year-old victim, Anolt McGarry. At 1:08 and 24 seconds, multiple witnesses exit the rear door of the store. At 1:08 and 47 seconds, the suspect exits the same rear door. At 1:09 and 6 seconds, 1 round shot spotter goes off. At 1:09 and 13 seconds, the suspect enters the same rear door. And at 1:09 and 30 seconds, the suspect shoots at a security camera several times but misses. At 1:09 and 50 seconds, the first 911 call goes out. At 1:10 and 30 seconds, victim Jared Gallion enters the store with his girlfriend. At 1:13 and 5 seconds, 1 round shot spotter initiates once again. At 1:13 and 10 seconds, the suspect shoots a third victim, Gerald Gallion.
R.I.P. to
At
Gerald.
1:13 and 12 seconds, the suspect
R.I.P.
chases
to Gerald
witness
Gallion.
Elvisha Chapel through the store, shooting her but does not strike her. At 1:13 and 25 seconds, Elvisha Campbell exits the rear door, the rear east door of the store. And at 1:13 and 37 seconds, the suspect shoots out the rear door on the east side of the building. At 1:13 and 43 seconds, a 4 round shot spotter initiates. At 1:13 and 47 seconds, the suspect re-enters the building and walks back towards the office. At 1:14 and 23 seconds, the suspect enters the office. At 1:18, the suspect texts his father and says, "Use a screwdriver to get into my room." The father enters the room and finds a last will and testament of the suspect along with a suicide note on his laptop. At 1:19 and 21 seconds, the officers enter the building and begin to clear. Just 11 minutes after this whole ordeal began. Patrol clearing the hallway when officer hears a single gunshot. We believe that's when he killed himself. At 1:41 and 3 seconds, EWU security Marcus Williams calls to notify JSO. At 3:45 or 3:44 and 24 seconds, our SWAT officers confirm that the suspect's down. Homicide detectives have gathered surveillance footage, video footage from the Dollar General, which captured the shooter's rampage. I will share portions of that video right now. Again, out of respect for the victims' families, we are going to cut this video short. We will not be showing their loved ones and what happened to them inside the store. Rather, these video surveillance excerpts detail some of the shooter's movements outside and inside the Dollar General.
Look at this fat ass.
As you'll see from the video footage, the shooter outfitted himself with a tactical vest, which he covered with a short sleeve button-up shirt. He created a facial covering and donned gloves for his attack. This investigation is ongoing. And I will provide you with additional information as is established and verified. I want to thank our law enforcement partners for their continued support in this investigation. As our community collectively grieves this tragedy, this agency will continue to diligently investigate so that we can provide victims, families, and our community with as many answers as we can. Our community is grappling to understand why this atrocity occurred. I urge us all not to look for sense in a senseless act of violence. There's no reason or explanation that will ever account for the shooter's decisions and actions. His sickening ideology is not representative of the values of this Jacksonville community that we all love so much. We are not a community of hate. We stand united with the good and decent people of this city. We reject this inexcusable violence. And this agency will not rest until this investigation is complete and every available avenue of accountability has been exhausted. Now I'll be happy to answer any questions after we view this video.
For folks now joining us here on Live Now from Fox, want to say viewer discretion advised, as authorities in Jacksonville, Florida, now showing video of that shooter walking into a Dollar General there, firing on numerous people.
Again, the video is rather short because I don't think some of the things that are on there are appropriate for television. It's not meant to entertain or be insensitive to our victims and our victims' families.
Fact.
So I wanted the people to be able to see exactly what happened in this situation and just how sickening it is. I'll answer any questions if I can. Yes, sir. We have no information that he works at that store.
Sheriff, we're hearing reports from witnesses that the gunman led two white women out of the store without harming them before he opened fire. Have you been able to confirm anything like that?
He let, from what I'm understanding from our lieutenant here, he let several people out of the store. Why, I don't know. Some of them were white, but I do believe there was a couple that were not.
Did he give a warning before he started shooting?
No. When you see him walk out on the sidewalk and he points that gun at that car, he fired 11 rounds at that car. He did not give any warning. He just did it.
And when he was inside the store, someone had told me that he said, if you don't want to die, then leave the store.
Those are all statements that we're looking into and trying to confirm and verify.
Sheriff, is there going to be any build police presence in that area or any other areas within Jacksonville to prevent against potential conflict?
We are staying very diligent and vigilant in our community, making sure people, and this is what we talk about. This is why I'm talking about it so much. I want people to be paying attention. I want people to see anything you see that may be strange out there. We don't expect anything like this to happen again. We hope that it never happens again. But we also ask our community to be on the lookout and just be aware of the possibilities. We don't think, again, there's no information that gives us any belief that this is going to happen again. But of course, we're always going to be paying close attention.
Sir, after reading around the continues, you mentioned earlier that this gentleman here, initially it went to Edward Waters University. Is there, from your investigation so far, has there been any indication why he specifically went there first?
It looks to me that he went there to change into whatever he needed to change into. He had an opportunity to do violence in EWU. He did not. There were people very close. In very close proximity. He did not do anything there. He backed up, he left.
Sure, after reading that manifesto, how difficult is it for you to stand here and process this hate crime that entered your community, very similar, almost a year after that real horrific shooting in Buffalo, almost similar in nature?
I can tell you, it angers me as a sheriff, as a member of this community. No family should ever have to deal with something like this. Anyone who enters into a store and does this to perfectly innocent people, one doing his job, a couple of customers, is baffling to me. It's very difficult for me to watch, and I've seen a lot over 32 years. And I don't ever want to have to see it again, and I don't like it. And we are going to make sure that we work as hard as we can to stop these kind of things from happening again. That's why we are paying very close attention to this. We're doing so much to try to determine what exactly led to this. The manifesto is quite frankly the diary of a madman.
The diary of a bastard.
I mean, he was just
no madman, he's an asshole.
Irrational.
Fat bastard.
But was it irrational thoughts?
Coward ass.
He had 100%. He was 100% lucid.
He was 100% a coward.
And, again, it's disappointing that anyone would go to these lengths to hurt someone else.
Oh, I'm gonna go in here and kill 3 people and then kill myself.
No, he didn't have the guns back in 2017. He was only 15 at the time. There was no flag that could have come up.
Yeah, I'm just a little coward.
Purchasing those guns.
I'm just
As a matter of
gonna
fact, it looks as if
I'm gonna go sneak kill somebody and then kill myself.
FFLs did what they
Sneak
were
shoot
supposed to have done to make sure that there were no issues. So therein lies the difficulty. When a person grabs a hold of a gun with hateful intentions, it's very difficult to stop that from happening.
Sure. I just want to make sure I have this.
Ryan Christopher Paul Meters. Bastard, you fat bastard.
Where did those firearms come from? Were they legal guns and were they legally possessed?
They were 100% legal, and as I stand here with you today, they were legally possessed. There was nothing indicating Again, like I said, it appears that the dealers that sold those guns to him did it legally. They did what they were supposed to have done. One was Wild West guns. What was the other one?
Another gun was a gun that a coward carried.
So it appears that they did everything that they were supposed to do as a gun dealer.
Coward. Look,
There
he
was
looked like
nothing
a fat.
indicating that he should not own guns.
So then standing here on the other side of this podium,
Look at this fat ass, you bastard. Ooh, I wish I could punch him in his damn face. Hard.
Well, we have to
Knock
stop
him the
people
hell
that
out,
have
yo.
bad intentions. Guns is,
But I can't.
the story is always about guns.
Because he's
People
dead,
are
man.
bad. This guy's a bad guy. If I could take my gun off right now and I lay it on this counter, nothing will happen. It'll sit there. But as soon as a wicked person grabs a hold of that handgun and starts shooting people with it, there's the problem. The problem is the individual. Now, guns are a tool that people use to do horrible things, but it's the individuals that wield these things. So we are working hard to try to stop that. But in this situation, in this case, there was nothing illegal about him owning the firearms.
Given how the history of incident shooting, are you worried this might have implications for the community of racial divide here locally or even nationwide?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a racial divide in our city. And actually, I work along with some of the best people in the entire world. And it doesn't matter what color they are, what they look like. We are banded together as a community to fight these issues. And I don't think there's a racial issue. I know there are racial issues with some people, but as a whole, we are standing here together because we're concerned about the same thing.
Aside wicked people, evil people with the law, what about mental illness? Even the legislation that Governor DeSantis signed a few months ago.
Yeah.
People are concerned about anybody with mental issues, and this person seems to have a little bit of history that was seeable. What can we do about that locally, statewide, or in general?
We have to do a better job of background checks. And they're doing background checks. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. But there's nothing there to indicate that he shouldn't own a firearm. Then there's something else that needs to be done. But really what needs to be done is people need to tell us when they see or they hear these things rising up in an individual. I don't know if anybody knew how he really felt. We haven't ran into him yet. We're still looking. But yeah, that's my answer.
Fat coward ass dude.
Mental illness is there, but not everyone that's mentally ill grabs a firearm and kills people for no reason.
Sure, for 1-minute response from.
And that dude was a coward.
What are some lessons that you've heard on the JSO statement from yesterday's?
You could be a coward and still kill people, fam. Then he went and killed himself. I'm gonna go kill people, then I'm gonna kill myself.
Well, we responded very
Y'all
quickly.
ain't arresting
The reason
me.
he went back into the store because there was a K-9 officer at the door. I mean, waiting for him, looking for him. So we responded very quickly. We have to just remain vigilant. We have to remind people to call us. If it doesn't matter what it is, if it looks weird, if it looks strange, call us, tell us so that we can respond. If it looks like he's putting on a bulletproof vest, if it looks like he's putting on gloves, you have to call us and let us know. And I appreciate the security guard at EWU.
Bust him in the back of the head.
And tell him about
Do
it.
something.
Well, pick up that phone, dial 911. Get on the phone with the dispatcher because we can get real-time updates and find out what's going on, and we can respond that much quicker. Those are some of the things we learn. Of course, we're learning more and more every time. Unfortunately, some of these things happen. So now we're
People gotta die for y'all to learn.
We're going to continue to work until we find out exactly the entire history of the thing. And then
The more mass shooting there is,
to continue to work.
the better y'all gonna get at it.
As we did just then.
Practice
Yesterday.
makes perfect.
Have you had any time to look into this disposition to violence in his past with his family?
Let me tell you this. There was no criminal record. Nothing. No criminal history. Nothing. He had a domestic violence call at his house with his brother. We'll handle that. So we understand how to investigate. So we're going to continue to investigate this. But what I'm telling you is where it stands right now, there was nothing that we could have done to stop him from owning a firearm, a rifle, or a handgun. There was no red flags. All right?
It never is. It never is no red flags, y'all. I'm just saying, man. We got another senseless shooting. Some fat bastard going into Dollar General. Racist at that. Killing people that don't look like him. for no reason. Then he kills himself, y'all. Like a coward that he is. You see his fat ass right there in the screen. Look at him. He was suspect when he walked through the door with that mask on. And then the security guard seen him putting the vest on. And they followed him, I guess, but they still let him go up in there, I guess. Protect y'all's neck. Watch your surroundings, fam. And I'm out.